Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and today is the big day. Elite Dangerous has finally dropped in its initial 1.0 form. I am in the process of transporting or buying up all the Lavian Brandy I can. It is a rare material, or rare good, which is only available in Lave. On the bounty front, we see there's a guy called Phil Lord Kerman, who has a bounty of 48,900 and was last seen in All-In. But more interestingly, we have on the Galnet news a slave rebellion in Sorbago. Rumours of the slave rebellion in the Sorbago system have been confirmed. In a speech to business leaders, pro-slavery Senator Zemina Torval denies sending two of her personal Majestic class interdictors, the Boudica and Elizabeth, to put down the revolt, but said they have gone to Sorbago to help the local mining corporation keep the peace and to keep out the external forces that are trying to create a conflict. Reports suggest that the slaves are not being treated according to Imperial law. Torval has announced generous payments to those that help her, and has criticised the barbaric treatment of unregulated slaves outside the Empire in the past. I will personally sponsor any unregulated slaves brought to Centeni, whatever, all these systems, to be given full Imperial rights and treated as Imperial slaves. So I guess if you buy unlicensed slaves and take them there, they will license them for you. But yeah, I am going to take this brandy that I have all the way to Sorbago. Now I've already figured out, I've already plotted a course. Sorbago is about 130 light years from Lave. So the deal with rare goods is that they only get spawned at very low rates, maybe 4 or 5 tons every 10 minutes. So if you are, sitting around in a station, you can sit and slowly fill up your cargo hold and then fly with them. Unlike regular trade goods, you don't have to take them to a specific type of system. You don't have to look for an industrial or an agricultural or a resource mining system. No, you just have to take them as far as possible. And it seems that the sweet spot, or the limit at which they stop getting more valuable, is about 160 light years. So 130 light years to Sorbago is going to be a pretty good journey for me. Now, I have upgraded my Cobra. I've set it up with Class D type internal hardware. So in the shields, the thrusters, the frame shift drive, the power and everything, I've replaced those with the D class. The D class is slightly better than the free E class that you get with your spacecraft, but they're lower mass, so that has helped increase my range. I've upgraded the frame shift to a C class, and this gives me a jump range of about 16 light years, which is nice, but the more jump range you have, the better things are going to be. I've stripped out a bunch of other stuff to make my cargo bay a little bigger. That's another thing that's been going on, and I don't really have any guns mounted. I have a couple of weapons, but nothing that I really care about. Anyway, it's going to be something like 10 jumps for me to get all the way to the Sorbago system. So rather than me playing Euro Truck Simulator in space, I've just, of course, shown you all the destination. Crucius Sector JXT B30 Nanditi is a Federation LTT 5773 Tankan Chujilumba Crucius Sector Deep Space Tetrian. Oh, yes, that was me looking at Orion. Sorbago! Yes, rare good trading is a pretty good way of doing things if you're only flying a Sidewinder with a tiny cargo hold, or if you have a larger cargo hold and are very patient, say because you're perhaps playing Kerbal Space Program at the same time. Anyway, we have a very valuable cargo. These are going to be worth something like 20,000 credits now per ton. I originally bought them at probably 3,000. I'm going to head over to Henke Orbital because it looks like the biggest act in town. The other two are small outposts. This appears to be an orange type star, so warmer than an M type, cooler than a... Oh yeah, and I went a little too fast there. Well, with luck that means that since I've overshot, that will mean that anyone that's a pirate will have to work a little harder. This is potentially a war zone, and perhaps transporting you know, 400,000 credits worth of rare brandy in my cargo hold may not be the best thing to do here. Don't know. You can see a lot of people flying around here. This is all of course running in multiplayer mode. I'm not sure I've seen many players right now. Oh, here we go. Let's keep on that escape vector. I really don't want to be caught when I have such an expensive cargo. I mean, technically I didn't spend that much money on this cargo. It's just going to be incredibly profitable if I can dump it off at this destination here. So yeah, the game has reached its 1.0, but it is by no means finished. You know, the original Kickstarter talked about 25 spacecraft. We only have 15. They've confirmed that they are going to add these over the next 3 months. There is going to be a Macintosh version, an OS X, version that is supposed to be another 3 months out from now. And you know, what they've delivered is a wide experience, a very immersive experience, but a lot of people think that it is, you know, a mile wide and an inch deep, and you know, that's a valid criticism. I think it's easily the most immersive space sim you have, but it is very much what you make it. It is entirely possible for you to be a space delivery person and just hang around, avoid all the scary places, and just slowly build your credits up, and that is a valid playstyle. But if you find that boring, don't do it. There are many other ways to make money. I mean, realistically, you can trade regular goods, rare goods, you can do delivery runs from the bulletin board, you can act as a bounty hunter, you can be a pirate, you can work for the military, you can be an asteroid miner, you can salvage stuff in unidentified signal sources. And there is a significant difference between the kinds of ships that can fulfill these tasks. I mean, in the original Elite, you could fit everything, you weren't really constrained. So, you know, your ship, once it had all the stuff, could do anything. In this case, you know, if you really want to be super long range explorer, then you probably want to strip out a lot of your cargo space and instead carry more fuel, carry better sensors. If you want to be a pirate, you want the limpet controls, you want weapon systems, you want frame shift interdictors. If you're fighting a war in a single system, it's entirely feasible to strip out your large frame shift drive and replace it with a smaller one, giving you much more maneuverability. The options are actually pretty solid, although a lot of people are having trouble understanding the fitting system, and to be fair, there isn't a huge amount of documentation, and it does appear to be a bit of a moving goalpost situation. Apparently they've nerfed the railguns, which were absolutely awesome. Anyway, let's find the Lavian Brandy, selling it. Look at this, we're selling it for 17,209, and I bought it for 3504. Rare goods, they're not available in every system, but if you find a couple of systems with them and you have not a huge cargo ship but a small cargo ship, you can make a lot of money from a small cargo ship. Larger cargo ships are better moving over to regular trading. Anyway, bulletin board, what's going on in Sorbago? We have they want non-lethal weapons, but they're only going to give me a reputation gain with their particular group. I don't think I'm necessarily interested in that. If I take 40,000 credits and go to Sorbago people, the Sorbago organization, and in return for me to flying to their station and giving them money, they will give me absolutely nothing, but that will actually have an effect upon the local conflict that's going on. All the same, I'm going to decline that. Okay, so I have loaded up my spacecraft with a bunch of guns. I've put 4 multi-cannons on it. They're gimbaled. They are the most expensive guns I can find, therefore they should be the best, right? Gimbaled multi-cannons will make shooting things a lot easier, but they will have a pile of ammunition that will be needed. And I think it's going to cost me about 8,000 credits to... Oh, look, there's a fight going on. Oh, hey! Who's shooting at who, I wonder? Look. Wow, the station never misses me. Who's actually firing at this thing? Internal Security Services. There's some poor guy in a Sidewinder. Whoa! Don't shoot me! If you shoot me, can I get a chance to shoot at you? There's an Imperial security or internal security services. Anyway, we're off to the capital ship. They have deployed either the Boudica or the Elizabeth, and I'm sure it will be a mighty sight to behold. It is unfortunately on the other side of this planet, so I need to skirt around the atmosphere, or the outside of it. You know, people keep asking, if you fly into a planet, what happens? Well, what happens is you drop out of frame shift, and then if you continue to fly, if you're very patient, you will eventually hit a barrier that stops you getting any closer, and it'll tell you, you know, you've hit the exclusion zone, body exclusion zone. And it doesn't matter, you can't get any closer. Supposedly, planetary landing will be a future feature, perhaps covered by the DLC pack that was sold. Not really clear. That's, you know, a distant future feature. Right now, of course, they're working on the missing ships and other features which really, you know, we would like to have in this base game. Okay, we're almost at the capital ship. Let's see how exciting this is. Okay, well, a quick edit to remove my subtle failure there. Okay. Capital class signature detected. Where is it? I want to see this. This will be the Imperial interdictor. Previously we... Ooh, what's that? Oh, I think I see a giant cloud or something. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. Oh my. That's giving me goosebumps and hair standing on end moments. Oh, I love the way it's distorting. That is a cool effect. And the music kicks in, of course. Now I need to pick a side. And of course, the side I'm going to pick is Mastopolis Mining, because that was the station I was docked at. So I want to be able to go back to the station. I'm wondering what happens if you manage to annoy a faction and then you die and you get respawned at their station. Will they just kill you as soon as you try to launch? Look at it. Nice. It's like a spaceship with a donut built in. It should be a police spaceship, right? Okay, let's go after this Cobra Mark III. Nice. Okay, wow, this is pretty tough. Oh, look! So you see how my gimbaled weapons are kind of getting a little confused? That is because he is deploying chaff. I think chaff is what it is. There's various weapon like countermeasures. There is an ECM that breaks missile locks, and there is chaff which causes turreted weapons, tracking systems to get all confused, and I'm thinking that's what's happening there. I'm beginning to question my, well, whether I should have really gone with the fully gimbaled weapons. Okay, so let's try. This does sometimes turn into a turning battle, but then again, so does actual air combat turn into a turning battle. In real air combat, they have flight envelopes where if you go too fast, you can't pull as many Gs, or if you go too slow, you can't pull as many Gs, and there's a sweet spot where you can turn faster than your opponent. And that is pretty much what's set up here, but atmosphere... Yeah, okay. Atmosphere, or fighting in atmosphere, also you have to contend with vertical differences in air pressure, and the fact that gravity will pull you down and make turning in one direction better than another. 50% damaged. It's very distracting having that spinning gun sitting right underneath his shield display. Yeah, so I mean, if you remove the vertical, the gravity and the atmosphere density differences, then you have to come up with new ways to make the game, make the tactics interesting. I think they've done well. Yes, nice. You see the way I was sliding sideways and those missiles slipped past me? I totally meant to do that. Come on, Mr. System Defense Force. I'm guessing these are the rebels, right? Mastopolis are the bad guys that work for Imperials. I'm not really wanting to go with one side or another. I'm just picking these guys because, well, because they have the big ship and I don't want to get shot by the big ship. That's really what it is. Oh man, they're getting out of range. Come on! Oh man, these things are not really hitting. Either that or they're hardly doing any damage. That's more like it. 16, 15, come on! Your shields are going back up. I do not want the shields to come back up. Thermal overload in the cannons. Ah! Shields back online at 6%. Oh man, yeah. If I hadn't gone with the gimbal, oh, there we go, more missiles. But I think they went right above and below me there. I kind of wish there was an action replay mode here because I would love to have seen that from the outside. Okay, come on, yes, a little more. This is entirely far too much work compared to trading, I have to say. Although I don't know how much money I'm going to get for this. It better be a lot of money because I'm helping these guys. Okay, shields. Come on, take the shields down. No. Those shields are tough. Still plenty of ammunition though. The real worry is I might do this and then find out that it doesn't cover the cost of ammunition. I don't really know what's happening. And also it's entirely possible that I annoy one of the factions and therefore can't log in or can't dock in their stations anymore. Come on. That shield is just not going down. He has an awesome shield. I wonder what kind it is. Can you scan it? Yes. There we go. Now, how come he's got a blue halo, despite the fact that his shields are offline? Oh, 3,000 credits. So I need at least 3 kills to justify the expense of or just to cover the ammunition. Oh, this is at a high metal content planet. Those are the kind you want to discover in your explorations. High metal and, you know, life-supporting planets. Okay, here we go. This is a python, but he has shields. Oh, he's shooting flak or something at me. Look at this thing. Ooh, nice. It's cool. You can see that is pretty darn maneuverable considering how big that spacecraft is. I'm trying to zip around it, and it is maneuvering a bit like a space fighter. Certainly seems to be way more agile than the Anaconda is. Come on. You picked the wrong fight today, Commander. You really think so? I don't know, so far I am coming out ahead, but... oh, yeah, there we go. You know what? I think that I'm not going to be able to chew through his shield anytime soon, so I'm putting some distance between me and them. I'm going to leave you to your friends, hoping that they bust you out, bust your shields down. Okay, there we go. There's the capital ship. I'm not sure if this is the Boudica or the Elizabeth, but either way, I think they're a pretty nice looking design. I mean, the developers have really tried to make the Imperial stuff look very distinct. Aha, look, here's an eagle! Yes, an eagle will be a whole lot easier to kill. There, 1.5 kilometers. I think that the lasers are better at longer range because they're more likely to hit. Yes, there we go. Oh, his shields are still up. Just hope he doesn't maneuver. Ooh, nice. You can see the laser bolts flying everywhere. Come on. There's somebody else. I don't want to accidentally shoot my wingman there. Yes, now finish him. Finish him! And... come on! Yes! 3,000. Oh, 3,000! Excellent! So I guess I get 3,000 regardless of what I shoot. So I should probably just pick interesting targets. That is a Viper. And he's escaped. Okay. What else? We have Asps. We have a Majestic class Interdictor. Which looks like a... it actually looks a bit like a Christmas decoration, if you ask me. Albeit a Christmas decoration with an awful lot of guns. And believe it or not, you can actually buy gun-themed Christmas decorations because this is the United States and all these things are possible.
Target shields offline.
Okay, Anaconda. Its shields are offline. Is this a good plan? It's certainly getting beat up by the capital ship there, so perhaps I can sneak in a kill on it. But here's a Viper! Ah. Now Viper is much more my size. It's definitely closer to a Cobra. A Viper is like a smaller, more maneuverable Cobra. It's a little smaller, it's a bit more agile, a bit faster, but it has the same number of weapon mounts. And, it definitely should have the edge over the Cobra in terms of being able to put guns on me, but I'm guessing this is being flown by some amateur that doesn't actually know how to stay in front. You see, I'm using my strafe commands, my thruster commands to kind of slip sideways and make sure that I'm always putting him in front of me. A lot of people like to use the flight assist to say, oh, there, he's using chaff again. Yes, that'll save you for a few seconds, but just wait. When that chaff dissipates, guns on you once again. 1.5 kilometers out. Who am I under attack from, I wonder? There we go. 800 meters, and we're definitely putting some fire on him. Leaving a puffs of smoke as my shells slam into his hull, causing shrapnel and fragmentation and all sorts of other negative effects. Now, he's still got a lot of hull power. He must be armoured. You can upgrade your armour if you like, and there, in addition to like regular stronger armour, there's also ablative armour, which is better against bullets, I believe, and reflective, which I presume is better against lasers. That makes the most sense. I'm not sure what category some of the railgun and stuff fits into. Okay, he seems to be a little out of control there. I wonder if I can kill him while he remains stricken. Just still tapping into him with those bullets. I think his shields are going to come back up before I can. Now he's chaffing me again. It hurts. It chaffs. Okay, no point in firing when my reticules are going everywhere. I'm hoping this guy doesn't get spooked and decide to frame shift out of here. That would really suck after spending all this ammunition on him. So perhaps before he decides to escape, I should actually target the relevant subsystems. Come on. There we go. Okay, pulse laser, frag cannon, chaff! Drive! Oh, his drive's at 0%. How is he flying if his drive is at 0%? Well, I'll keep hitting that. Power plant. Nope. Come on. Get in a little closer. He's once again pulling range on. His frameshift drive's almost 100%. Goodness. I think that must be what he's using to maneuver, because he doesn't have any other drive systems. Either that or he's just spinning around in space and I'm confused by it. Hey, excellent. Target destroyed. Now it's time to pick another, but good lord, I'm a long way from the capital ship. Nothing a quick edit can't fix. Okay, 7 kilometers out, we find another Anaconda being punished. It's down to 22%. Maybe that was the one that was being attacked earlier. If these guys can take down its shield, this would be an ideal target. Oh, speak of the devil! Okay, time to get on this kill mail before it disappears. Oh, it's running away actually, I think.
Frameshift charge detected.
Uh-oh, it's charging its frameshift. I need to target... Oh, crikey. No. Come on. Where is it? Cargo hatch? No, I don't care about its cargo. Cannon? Don't care about that. Whoa, what's that? Frag cannon. Ooh, somebody else seems to be shooting missiles at it. I should probably step to the side a little to allow my compatriots to deliver munitions without hitting me. Get shot at myself. I still have not found the frameshift drive here, and it's really kind of hard to select it. Oh, my frameshift's online. Thank you very much. It means I can make a quick getaway if I need to.
Target shields.
Ah! Wait, no, what the heck? No, it said target shield. Why can't I target this thing anymore? Okay, we've got a glitch for some reason. I'm not... There it is. I think he might have been jamming me or something. Now he's down to 9%.
Target destroyed.
Oh. Okay, went from 9% to 0, and I killed him. Well, victory's a victory. That'll be another 3,000 for killing an Anaconda. 3,000. Let's take a closer look at this capital ship. It looks beautiful there, sitting above the planet. Kind of like Tatooine or something. They've made 12,000 so far, which will at least cover my ammunition, assuming I don't die. If I die, then I won't come out of this with a profit at all. But hey, the profit is fun. Look at all those ships shooting at each other. We got an Imperial clipper there. We've got an Asp, which I haven't, bought any of these and made videos about them because the price just keeps moving out of my range. I don't have nearly the amount of time to play Elite that I would like. Let's hit this thing. Come on. Ah, darn, he's got one of those super fancy ECM shaft type systems. It's getting in the way of my sensors. Yeah, I think I do need to go to another solar system and get better weapons than this. And I think I probably should just give up on the gimbal because they're weaker than the non-gimbaled versions. I saw somebody flash for a moment as they targeted me. Let's see, Viper. And that's another... Yeah, there's too many bad guys here. You know what? I'm almost out of ammunition, and I think it's time for me to get ready to get out of here. Come on. I want to see if I can break this one down at least. I have one bullet left in one of my multi-cannons. I'm not sure how that thing managed to get down to one but hasn't fired at all. And we're almost... No, actually we have a decent amount of ammunition there, but we are dry on the second multi-cannon in the list almost. Down to less than 60 rounds. Come on. This will be extra spending cash if you can kill it. Extra spending cash. Come on. I need more money. Yeah, I think I'm going to come back with lasers because lasers will... I think non-gimbaled lasers is the way to go because they will be effective and they won't cost me any money. They will cost just power, so it will be a far more profitable experience. Okay, out of ammo in that, out of ammo in the other one. I have about 500 rounds left between these two unused weapons. If I can just kill him before his shield comes back up, which is highly unlikely. Yes, that's what we want. Come on, keep dying. Keep hitting. Yes, well, yes, not there. Almost, but not quite. 11%. Ooh, look at somebody shooting at him. And... Oh, no, I did not get the credit. Curses! Foiled again. Okay, well, I don't think I have enough ammunition to do anything but, scum on someone else's kill mail, which is a really bad karma. Instead, let's find the cruiser. There it is, the capital ship. I'm not sure how long this thing is. Probably a couple of kilometers at least. It's hard to tell based on... Well, it's just hard to tell because things in space have nothing to scale them against. I'm amazed at how many people comment on my videos saying that the planets look too small. And the truth is, they're actually physically correct sizes. It's just that we're moving at, a significant fraction of the speed of light when we fly past them, so they look like toys. There we go. Ooh, what a nice looking ship, and some interesting sound effects there. Okay, let's just turn around. There it is underneath with the giant donut.
Target shields offline.
Oh, hey, that Asp is now defenseless. So let's just try to finish him off and see if I can get on the credit. No, his frameshift's charging. Must kill him before he jumps out. There we are. There it is, over there. Quickly, 13, 12. A lot of people shooting him. Okay, so yes, you have seen the giant, beautiful Imperial capital ship. We shall follow the Imperial succession story over the next few days as the game develops, let's say. We'll hope to see future updates to Elite Dangerous. And I will be on occasionally. Say hi to me. Please don't pirate me. I'll try not to be carrying something stupidly expensive because that would be bad. But yeah, see you around. I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.